the show.
YouTube.
And that's right, a YouTube channel. Thanks for.
Yes, please watch and subscribe.
Yep. These shows are being recorded on Saturday. And Sunday I do the transfer, and then hopefully by Monday morning they'll upload it to YouTube. So if you missed the show today, because he's going to review a lot of spoilers about Suicide Squad, okay? But anyway, so if you're going to see the movie this weekend, and you know we're going to give spoilers, you can catch up to us on the show that's posted on YouTube. Videoland Express on YouTube. That's our page, okay? But anyway, so Martin recognized me and stuff like that. I said, yeah, I used to watch the show all the time, and we had a good conversation, and basically that him being a fan, he was really disappointed in a lot of the superhero movies. So that's my lead-in with that. Let's see, anything else I want to sneak in there? No, let's get right to it. For me, because I mentioned what I liked about it, what I didn't like back on the radio show. So, I give it 3 out of 5. I think the cast was great. A lot of action. It moved fast. I didn't like the ending. It was kind of like a Ghostbusters. For me, the flashbacks didn't work, and I thought it was just the script was lousy, and the editing was all over the place. A little stats. Okay, real quick. What's my stat page? Okay, we all know a lot of editing was done. The reshoots, the same thing that Star Wars. Rogue One went through. They hired 2 extra people to come in and write some new scenes, direct some new scenes, add some more action. That's the reshoots on Rogue One. So same thing happened at the beginning. You see should I say what happens with Deathshot? The little girl says, "Don't do it, Daddy."
Yes, but I guess if we're doing spoilers, I hope everyone knows there's spoilers. If you're watching this, hopefully when Frank puts it up on YouTube, he'll say spoilers on Suicide Squad.
No, okay. So, but anyway, there's a scene involving that shot, and you do see Batman. That was one of the reshoots, and the rest of the movie, it was just like all over the place. It's a shame because I thought the cast was really excellent. Harley Quinn, she was terrific, and Will Smith does do a solid character actor.
Best role now.
I don't like the flashback. There were 6 different versions. Jay Leto's complaining that most of the scene got edited out. Supposedly there's going to be a longer cut that's going to come out like Ultimate, Batman versus Superman edition. Okay,
ooh, I'm going to purchase it.
Okay, and there was the reshoots that's going to cost over $300 million. That's why Variety magazine said that the movie needed to make $800 million. Okay, right now it's coming in at $370 million worldwide, so the movie is doing really good overseas. And the last thing I want to add to that is one of the fans is suing the studio because he said the trailer was nothing like the movie, and he wants his money back, so he's suing the studio.
Good luck. You're not going to win. You're not going to win.
So that's my 15 minutes of show.
Yes.
It's all yours, Mark. What do you like about the movie?
All right, I'm going to give it to you right now straight. A lot of people came in hating Suicide Squad, and for people to say, for a lot of critics to say, oh, I don't go into hating movies, I go in with a positive aspect. That is such BS. Everybody has an agenda. Even when they say you make a documentary or you work in a news show, you always have an angle. Everybody has an angle. That's why they say people are very political. They're very political animals. Mm-hmm. Now, I love Suicide Squad. This is off the gate. I'm going to say, I went in having high expectations, and I came out saying, oh, I love this film. I know some people hated it. Will Smith, best he's ever been in any other action film. Usually when you see a Will Smith, somebody must have told him, look, whatever you do in those other movies, stop it, all right? Sort of like what they said to Bruce Willis when he did Pulp Fiction. You know that smirk you do a lot? And Bruce Willis said, yeah, well, we want you to cut that out. We're going to smack that smirk off your face, all right? Yep. We don't want any of that smirk. That's why they said that Bruce Willis gave one of his best performances in Pulp Fiction. Same thing with Will Smith, I have to admit, in this film, Suicide Squad. He was very serious. He was funny. His best line when he threw a Phil Jackson, it was a Phil Jackson line. He said, you ever heard, he goes to, I guess, Colonel, the Major Colonel, he goes, do you ever heard of motivation? You heard of Phil Jackson? Triangle, which is, I said the bad word, study. one of the best lines in the movie. He was on point. All his lines, every other line was brilliant. That came out of his mouth.
A footnote: Will Smith, and I backed him up. This was when I did a whole I did a radio show in Puerto Rico, Black Talk Radio, and just before I talked about how much I love Star Wars, Force Awakens, I said I made a footnote. Somebody who deserved to get nomination was Will Smith for Concussion, about the football movie and the injuries it caused and everything. And he played the Nigerian doctor. And of course his wife had a fit because he didn't get nominated. I thought he should have got nominated. It was a worthy, excellent performance, better than Jennifer Lawrence with that movie about the stupid mop, and she got nominated. Her performance was awful. The movie was awful. The thing about the mop, what was it called?
I don't even think I saw it.
No, okay, yeah. It was she got nominated, and Will Smith did not get nominated. You know, he proved that this guy can act. And, you know, I did a scene with Will Smith on I Am Legend. We did a crowd scene when everybody's trying to escape and stuff. It was freezing. It was like 25 below zero. And, you know, the union rules is do not, you know, if your background or even union, if you don't have a specific scene with the actor, you're not supposed to talk to them. And the actor's not supposed to talk to the fans, okay, because it's distracting. Wow. And Will Smith, he came out and said, ready? He came on the set, everybody's freezing, and Will Smith said, come on, everybody, we can do this together, man. We're going to keep warm together. We're going to get through the scene. He was really encouraging. He was talking to everybody. You know, I saw him live right there in person doing I Am Legend, filming underneath the Brooklyn Bridge because I live right across the street. And you know, he was, you know, a lot of people don't like him because he's got this big-ass trailer, you know, that he does, and the trailer, big-ass trailer was there. I'm going to post those pictures, by the way. But anyway, back to you. I thought he was an upstanding guy. He's really supportive of the crowd, and I think he's an excellent actor. Right. And I gave the movie 3 out of 5 because the cast, him and Harley, really did it for me.
Yeah, because I have to say, Will Smith really brought me over on his side. I went into the movie thinking that I'm not going to like Will Smith's performance, and it was incredible. He won me over. He won me over. Harley was great.
She was fantastic.
Was great, but I'm saying Will Smith definitely made the movie for me. Second one was I forgot his name, the gentleman who played Captain Boomerang. He was another person who was...
He's the one who did Terminator Genesis as John Connor.
He's been a lot. And
Jay Courtney, I believe.
And people were attacking Jay Courtney, saying,
he was good.
My God.
He was good.
Yeah, he was great. And people would attack, oh my God, you're hiring somebody who has one job and he can't hit it out of the park every time he makes it in the film. Good luck. And also they were attacking. These were all the attacks. People had attacks before the movie even came out. People even attacked, I think it was his name, Slipknot. He's played by this Native American actor.
He's the one with the fire?
No, he's the guy with the ropes. He's the guy who, you know, spoiler again, he's the guy who gets offed.
Right,
you know,
right.
Gets off, and I knew coming in that he was going to get he was going to be one of those guys who get off, so he needed to be there to get offed.
Right.
And people were already saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe you put a lame character like Slipknot on the Suicide Squad." Hello, if you saw the comic book, Slipknot was in the Suicide Squad. He was one of the first people who got hurt. Because he tried to escape. It's sort of like the Dirty Dozen. There's always some people who have to be taken out.
You mentioned Dirty Dozen. For me, with that thing about around the neck, remind me of Escape from New York.
Right. But it's the same thing with Dirty Dozen. These guys have triple life sentences, and they're going to get. They have to do it. It's a do or die mission. But the funny thing is, like, they'll give them the opportunity. Once they accomplish it, they get free, not Suicide Squad. If they survive this, they get 10 years off of a triple life sentence. And I think it was Captain Boomerang. He says, oh, wow, 10 years off a triple life sentence? Then that means I just have to come back 2 more years, and hopefully I'm able to enjoy those 10 years.
I like the espresso machine. I thought that was hysterical.
Oh, yeah. Everybody asked for their own benefit after the whole ordeal. And I have to say, Captain Boomerang's best line that he had was when Katana, she has this, I guess, magical sword where she kills she kills the evil people, and their souls go into the Katana sword, and even her lover who went evil went into the sword. He got killed with the sword, and she talks to it because she sort of sees this is the moment where they're eventually going to die. And the funniest line Captain Boomerang came out with, you know, it's always the crazy ones you have to be careful with. And Harley goes, huh? And they all look at each other and they start laughing. So they're pretty much laughing at Katana. They're sort of saying that she's the craziest one out of all of them. Because, you know, they didn't want to go on the mission. She wanted to go on the mission.
Right.
So in other words, she's crazier than us. I'm telling you, I think the team interaction between the people in the Suicide was great. Diablo was great. How something happened to him that changed him. He was excellent. I'm saying the cohesiveness. This felt more like a team than the Avengers did. The Avengers seemed disjointed, like they didn't really want to work with each other. But these guys, like they had a gun to their head and said, "Oh, we better work with each other if we want to live."
Right.
And it seemed like they really, enjoyed working with each other. It was amazing.
The cast was really good. Everybody knows the thing was so chopped up really bad, and that's what kind of failed the picture.
Well,
I mean, I know there's a great picture in there somewhere.
Right.
So hopefully, when we get the Ultimate Edition, they can straighten out all these weak points.
Maybe the director's cut.
Director's cut, David Ayer, the director, said there were 6 different cuts on this.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And the problem is, it's a studio reference, micromanagement. Too many chefs. Okay, not enough salt, too much salt. And it needs garlic, needs lemon. And that's the problem with studios. Micromanagement. They went in there and started changing things around, ordering reshoots
yes.
and everything like that, and it created a bit of a mess. Now, if he can get over that mess, I already knew about the mess. So when I walked in there, so I knew what to expect, and for me it was disappointing because I said this movie could have been so much better. Why did they touch it? Sometimes if it's not broken, leave it alone. I mean, hopefully
That's Hollywood overcompensating sometimes.
Exactly, and it's doing well. It's hurting them at the box office because there's a lot of more failures than successes this year.
Right.
In 2 weeks, we're going to come back. We're going to do the best and worst. So he's going to pick his top 5. I'm going to pick my top 5. Why no top 10? Because we're not going to fill it.
Well, if you want to look at
There's
it,
no top 10 for me. There's 5 good films and that's it.
yeah. Well, if you want to look at it, you got to say to yourself, you got to be lucky you're at this stage of the game where you get to see these great. Well, some of these movies are so good, some of these movies aren't so good, but you're lucky that you're getting to see these right now, before eventually this catches up with Hollywood and they stop making these films because they said these are too expensive. Let's go to the old formula of a love movie, of I don't know, space aliens. And you're pretty soon your superhero films will probably be gone. Okay, we have a minute to wrap up. Was it a minute or 2 to wrap up?
Yeah, basically.
A minute, yeah, I think a minute.
Like I said, we're going to be back in 2 weeks. We're going to have 2 more shows in September, 2 more shows in October. I know that for a fact. I don't know what's going to happen in November. But anyway, in 2 weeks, we're going to come back with the best and worst. And then hopefully I'll have my review on Sausages, about the Sausage movie. But in the meantime, looks like that's going to be the #1 flick. It should have been, at least $10-15 million away from each other, from Suicide Squad and Sausages. It looked like Sausages is going to squeeze by a million.
Yeah, and I heard this thing about China. I'm not sure if they let Suicide Squad in China as of yet.
Not yet.
Oh, China, please let them in.
Well, yeah, that's why I heard Ghostbusters. Anyway, we're going to see you in 2 weeks, everybody. And don't forget my blog site, okay, my blog page, should I say, and you can listen to the radio show there because it's got a widget.
Yes, and YouTube, please subscribe. This has been Mark.
I'm Frank. Thanks for watching. See you in 2 weeks.
Love you.
Okay, that was painless.